Properties of triangles and unknown angles, all right, is our topic. So we're focusing on properties of triangles and unknown angles, all right? Now what are we going to do with that? What are the action things that we're going to do? So we'll write something. What else will we do?
Prove. Apply.
We'll apply. Last thing? Use, right? Yeah, we'll use. And then what's our takeaway? What should we be able to do by the end of today?
Use properties.
Use the properties to do what, though?
Prove.
To write two columns.
Oh, to write two column proofs. There we go. All right. So by the end of the day, you cannot write these two column proofs, right? If something that you didn't learn, you need to come to Power Hour or something, or maybe I need to reteach. There may be something in there, okay? But that's what we need to be able to do. We need to be able to write these two column proofs using these two things, AAS and HL, and we'll figure out what AAS is and what HL is, okay? If you don't have your homework out, get your homework out now, all right? Just so that when we have some independent time, I can easily come around and pick it up. I'm gonna place some work on your desk really quick that we can go through fairly quickly. All right, so write this down.
All that.
Just that part, yes. That's what angle side is. If two angles and a non-included side are congruent, the triangles are congruent, okay? Once again, if two angles and a non-included side are congruent, the triangles are congruent. I'll give you about 15 seconds to write that down. What does it mean by non-included side?
Side that didn't help
Side that
make
don't.
the angles.
Say what you said again?
The side that didn't help create the angles.
Yeah, so it can't be one of the sides that created these angles, right? Or in a sense, it's in between those angles, right? It's included if it's in between those two angles. Is this side in between those two angles? No, all right? So we can call this angle side. Makes sense. Angle side, okay? Same here, angle side. This side is not between these two angles. So that's all we need. If we can get two triangles, here's another one. We can get two triangles. We can prove that two angles are congruent and one non-included side is congruent, then we know those triangles are congruent, okay? Just like how we had ASA, SAS, SSS, now we have another one, AAS. What's our congruent statement here? Triangle what is congruent to what? Take a hand. Just before we move on, make sure we can write this out. So go ahead, my foot.
Triangle LMO is congruent to triangle PQR.
LMO is congruent to triangle. You said PQR? Here's my example, all right? I want to prove that these two triangles are congruent. I have some given information. So this is the example that should be in your paper. We're going to do this together, so make sure you're writing this down. Given, we have that, what does this symbol mean again?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular. So side AB is perpendicular to side AD, or segment, excuse me. Segment AB is perpendicular to segment AD. It's the same here. DE is perpendicular to AD. And then finally, BC is congruent to EC, okay? We want to prove that these two triangles are congruent, and we're going to do it using angle side. So as we know, with the proofs, what's the first thing we're going to do? What should we always do when we're starting our proofs? Write down the givens, exactly. So let's go ahead and write that down. So our first, let's write down all the givens. Let's write it as one step for now, for the sake of space. So we have AB. Now, once again, we want to prove this with angle side. So to be able to prove this with angle side, what do we need to prove? What do we have right now? What do we have right now that we know is congruent?
Angle A and D.
Angle A and D are congruent because they're both right angles. So we got that. What else do we have as congruent? So we have an angle that's congruent and we have a side that's congruent. To use angle side, what's the last thing we need?
Another angle.
We need another angle. We have an angle, we have a side, we need one more angle. All right, so let's write down the stuff that we do know. Let's put another step. What did we say? What did Cortez just say?
Angle A and D. Angle A is equal to angle D.
The measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle D. Right. What's our reasoning here? What can we say? Don't overthink this reason. Why are they equal?
They're both 90 degrees.
Okay, just say that's your reason, right? Both angles are 90 degrees. All right. So, this is 5. This is Mr. Simmons. I don't understand this at all. 5, Mr. Simmons. I understand it so much I can teach it. 3, Mr. Simmons. I'm getting there. I just need a little bit more practice. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. How many people are here? Because now more people came in. The first time I counted. 12. All right. So I need 3 groups of 4. That's always gonna be there. Rashad, go over here. You two come over here. All right, so what's going to do is that we have another thing that I need you to prove, okay? There's one right here. There's one right here. And then there's one in the back. So this group, take this one. Take the one in the back. Take this one here, all right?
That's what I think you're talking about.
I have reasons, right? And equivalent statements here. All the stuff that you need is in there. You just gotta figure it out. Clarifying questions before you start moving. No. All right.
We don't gotta write it down, right?
No. So here, these 2 groups, I want you to use this tape. I want you to tape it up. Y'all, I want y'all to tape it up on here. Okay. I want you to tape it up there. And where's that last tape? I'm gonna give y'all the tape, and I want y'all to tape it back there on that wall. All right. Get started.
What these two is already together.
You can write it right on the chest. Go ahead. That's yours. You can write it.
I'm gonna write on the board, then right under the okay?
That's what he was trying to say. You're not writing on that. Don't type in here. I know, but I gotta put this one at the time.
Oh no, that's not rewriting. What's the difference? You write them next to each other. Yeah, we write them next to one another. So we have what we say, we have our reasoning next to it.
Sorry, I was gonna put them next to each other at the top.
So what she had right there is fine. Oh, so that's already marked. That's what these are? Okay. Can y'all make it like darker so you can see it?
I mean, like, yeah.
Y'all want a marker?
I have a pen.
Get one. It's over there.
I have a
Right
pen.
on my desk. Pen. Okay. So now what do you have right now? So I'm saying, you need 3 things with angle, side. What do you have so far?
We got side.
So you got an angle on the side. You need to get one more thing.
Where's the tape? See, not my fault. I'm coming stuff.
So that's wrong right there?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Well, you made that angle, right?
I thought that was triangle.
Or they call it
Same side.
Alright, so we're the same side.
Same right there.
That's right.
Then why are you asking?
Alright, so we got. Let me see your pen.
Not that.
Oh, wait, no, right there. Right there. For what?
It's not.
Because it's too light. Pencil is too light. No, but we don't want to make a mistake. We got that right there.
I know that because you're not understanding how.